The video wasn't recording, but that's fine. That's fine because you guys missed 5 minutes of sheer brilliance that you can only find on our podcast.
Yes,
on the because
awesome that it is us. Can't believe
because and it's true, the numbers speak for themselves. You guys are not watching the videos. You guys are watching. You guys are listening. So I guess it pays to listen right now. But you just missed an epic hanger discussion about
Yeah,
clothes, and of course, my announcement that we will be taking off next week because I will be moving officially to my place. There's been some, you know, escrow is crazy. For those that have gone through escrow, a lot can happen, and a lot has happened to me in escrow. So, yeah, but now I'm officially going to move in. I signed the paperwork this week, and then Saturday I get the keys. And I'll be moving in. And as we just, real quick recap, I don't have much. I live in a studio that I really tricked out, man. Like this really felt like a home. David, you've been to my place, uh,
yeah.
not a few times, but a reasonable amount
Yeah.
for any human being. But
Pretty human being.
but my place was like I really like you walked in and it really felt like a home, right?
Yeah, I mean, you made it yours for whatever it was. You made it yours.
Yeah. So it's interesting deconstructing the Death Star. You know what I mean? And just like saying, "Oh man," and just finding things. That's where that was.
Been looking for this.
Yeah. But back to the show. It is an all new drinks words by David. What are you drinking?
Um, I had a drink. What's on hand? So I have a whiskey with blueberry lemonade.
Ooh,
Hmm.
that sounds really good.
Yeah, I've been big on the lemonades with when I have some whiskey. It's like a little sweetness to it. I mean, obviously, I'm not drinking my high end whiskey with that because I do those neat. But yes, I have some more bottom shelf whiskey going on right now.
All
I'm
right.
saving the good stuff for like an after dinner drink, so to
Yeah.
speak.
Well, the drink that I have is kind of on topic, but since you won the Cove trilogy and all the that fine whiskey that you won, which we'll talk about one second, I have a trilogy myself that someone gifted me. Okay, and it's this like Stella Rosa um, uh, flavored brandy collection that I've been waiting to open. So I'll let you pick. I have
Okay,
tropical.
I can't see your screen.
Well, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what I got. I got tropical passion, and then I got smooth black, which is a berry flavored brandy, and then I have honey peach.
I'm gonna say go with the smooth black.
All right, here we go. Smooth black it is. Someone called me Issa Rae the other day because I told them that I was moving to Inglewood. I'm like I don't know. So here it is. I'm gonna do the brandy. I'm still packing, so I'm trying not to get all
Yeah.
all fun. I didn't even go out last night. I was just like packing and
No,
no, and
we were contemplating stopping by the Cove.
was this
On
at midnight?
the way. Huh?
Was this at midnight?
It was after midnight. We were contemplating going there.
Yeah, I saw you call, but I was asleep.
Well, I wasn't calling you for that. I was calling you like,
To cancel the show. Look,
no, no, no. I was calling to see if you wanted to come by and we could do the show here because I'm making dinner.
oh yeah, no, I would have declined regardless. I'm still packing, and you know, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and I know, and
My dinner tonight should be spectacular.
I'm
My,
sure.
last night's dinner was spectacular. Oh my god, dude! I ate like a fucking king. Oh, shout outs to Joseph Tagorda, the executive chef who I've actually known since junior high.
Wow, we should have got him on the show. Should have been like, hey.
You know what? We might have to hit him up, and I'll hit him up and see if he's available one day. It's he's a he's a chef, so he's very chefs can be like, I don't want to say flaky. I want to say whimsical. Like they have a lot on their plates. Yeah. They have a lot on their plates. Like he on top of cooking or like yeah, cooking, he bikes a lot. Like he's a cyclist. Like I can like, I don't think he doesn't do like competitions, but like I've seen some of his posts, and he's like cycling for 6-7 hours. I'm like, God damn, man. Like, how do you have that much time in your day to just fucking bike? So
I know, it's like, shouldn't you be, I don't know, prepping the meals, getting everything ready?
he's that chef. That's a sous chef thing. Like he's got people under him doing that shit. That's the beauty of it. But yeah, no, he's yeah. So I had dinner at my favorite restaurant. It's kind of a tradition now. Like we only go to that restaurant on my birthday. One, because it's pricey, so we can't like just go and like, oh, let's just stop in. Got to be reservation. But yeah, dude, everything was so on point yesterday. It was phenomenal.
Where's this place at? Riverside?
No, hell no.
I don't
It's
know.
in L.A. It's off of Melrose and Highland. It's called SPACCA.
Cheese Baca.
Yeah,
All right, cool. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Dinner was expensive last night, but I didn't have to pay because it was my birthday.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let's talk about your birthday, shall we?
if I run down the menu, you trip out.
All right, let's run it down. I mean, we have a whole hour to fill.
Yeah, right. So we had we started off with veal tongue,
Veal
and then
tongue,
veal tongue,
so cow tongue,
yeah,
a young
baby veal tongue,
baby cow tongue.
uh,
Which,
and then we had
which, by the
focaccia
way,
bread.
is the name of my next band, Baby Cow Tongue. So.
Okay.
Couldn't resist.
The focaccia bread, which is like a cheese-filled, like flaky bread. It's fucking delicious. And then we had squash blossoms that were filled with ricotta goat cheese. Then we had grilled octopus, which was fucking amazing, dude.
Wow.
I've never had fork tender octopus. Like you could cut it with a fork. It was fucking phenomenal. And I used phenomenal like a lot during this meal because it was that good. And then we got what do we have? Shit. The short ribs. Got the pepper steak. So it was like a skirt steak that was covered in like bacon and other herbs and spices.
Bacon
That was
is
really good.
bacon is an herb, and it is a spice. By the way, it falls in
right.
those categories.
And then we got the bone marrow pie. We got an order of mashed potatoes and broccoli. The broccoli was really good, actually. It was like a citrus vinaigrette that was on it. I got a gift of stone fruit salad, which was, what stone fruits are, right?
No.
Stone fruits are like plums and peaches because they have that really hard seed in the middle. They call that a stone. So that's any fruit that has that is considered a stone fruit.
Okay.
Yeah, and that came with the burrata cheese. So you had fruit, cheese, and like a savor. It had like, again, herbs. I want to say parsley. It was, I can't even say what herb it was, but like it was the combination of the sweet and savory. Fucking fun, just delicious. And what do I say? I'm trying to.
What were you drinking?
Like looking at the menu as I'm telling you what we ordered. Okay, so we got that. We got the stone fruit, and then I think we had like 3 bottles of wine. And then we got a
3 bottles of wine.
Yeah.
Was it just you two?
No, it was me, Annabelle, Eldwin, and Lynn.
Gee, thanks for inviting. Jeez.
Well, one, you're not of the normal group for that. Like it's
Well,
again because it's tradition.
mm-hmm.
Have a set group of people that are already going. Something against you,
I know. I just
but
gotta give you shit.
for the dinner, it's only like you can't exceed 6 people.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like that's the most that you can get to go like for the seats because it's like that kind of restaurant. You can't like have a whole party and shit like that. Two, it is quite pricey, my friend. So I wouldn't want to do
Right.
that to you.
Well, and I am in the middle of buying a home, so I would be like, yeah, I can't.
I was thinking of you in that. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So,
Right.
like, all your money's tied up in home.
Yes.
It's not available for food consumption that isn't fucking Del Taco.
Exactly. What am I gonna do? I'm moving away from Del Taco.
Yeah, there's gonna be a Del Taco down there, right?
Yeah, but it's not as close. Like, you know what I mean? Like the Del Taco next to me is like literally next to me. Everything is so next to me, and it's gonna be good to get away from that. You know what I mean? Because then I get those cravings, and then I'm like, oh, I could just go here, and then, you know, the 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 factor of getting the caught factor is, you know, bumps up a few notches.
Yeah, and then so for dessert we got the lemon piccata. Oh, dude, that thing was oh, it was like a I can't even say it was ice cream. It's like a lemon pudding that was covered in strawberries and like caramel, and then we had like the little
Wow.
cake that had a we had a little cake that had a it was like a tart. It had like a filling inside and then ice cream on top with blueberries everywhere. Like everything was just on point. Like dinner was absolutely like of the times that we've been there, I think this is the first time that everything was just like and I'm not saying any time other than that it hasn't been good. Like just everything was so delicious. Like I said, like that octopus. I asked like, how do you make this? And the waiter said you have to use. I was like, how does it get so tender? You have to use like wine corks. Like for the marinade, you leave it in there, and you have to put wine corks. I don't know what the fuck that does. I don't know if it's what science is behind corks of wine, and I can't remember what wine it was. Like it was like a specific wine.
Hmm.
I don't know if you cut it up or you just leave them full corks, but I've never had octopus so tender. It was delicious, and yeah, it was to this day. To this day, it's the best. Like yeah, I always ask people like, "What's the best thing you've had?" And that's not the best thing I've had, but it's fucking probably top 10 of the best things I've ever had,
Right.
and it's absolutely number one best octopus like seafood I've ever had. Like of all seafoods, we're talking salmon, we're talking all that. Like it was like I could just eat a plate of that whole plate, and it came on a bed of like lemon olive oiled hummus
Mm.
with fried chickpeas. Okay, I'm going back.
And go ahead and give this restaurant another plug. What was the name of it again?
Cheese Spacca, CHI second word SPACCA, Cheese Spacca. It's in LA. It's my favorite restaurant. I go every year for my birthday. Uh, if you get a chance, try it. Like I'm not gonna say it's inexpensive. It's a little pricey, for us from the San Gabriel Valley people. Where Northwoods Inn is like the fancy restaurant.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking Northwoods Inn, by the way. I'm not knocking them. It's just this is like an upper echelon type of thing. Like if you get a chance, go. I actually showed on Friday. I showed somebody who he works in the restaurant business. Like I think he works like out of Ola, and I was like, yeah, I'm going here for my birthday. And I showed him the first picture I showed him was the squash blossoms, and he's like, I'm in automatically. Any place that has that, he's like, I want to go there. So yeah, I took I took like 2 pictures and it did no justice. Like I should have taken more pictures, but I'm not the person like I have to take a picture of everything we're eating. But any recommendation I've ever made to anybody about anything when it comes to food is you have to go there. You have to try the food there.
Okay,
Yeah,
there it is. And by the way, this Stella berry brandy, the smooth black, is really good.
isn't it?
I'm like
Okay.
chugging it. I'm like, oh no.
Oh no! Oh no!
Like I'm just about to have to drink all three today, right now. Yeah, really good. So
Save one for when you move in. You know, like we just sit there on the floor.
yeah, amidst all my boxes,
Yeah.
which I think I still need more. I mean, I have like 21 boxes, and I'm like, shit. I think I need more boxes. So yeah, but luckily I work at a place where I get tons of boxes for free. So I'll just be just getting boxes from there, I guess, and seeing where I'm at. I still have so much more to pack. Man, you guys are so lucky once you live, and that's it. Like, I don't think I'm ever moving from this place because I'm like, packing is just too much. Like, and I'm gonna have even more stuff when I move there. So,
Yeah, because you have more space to fill, so that is like you're like required. Like you have to buy. You don't have to buy like a full couch set, but you have to buy a couch.
I want to buy. I want to do like a three couches, like one, two, three. You know, so it's kind of like a little, you know, like you. You know what I mean?
No, well, the set normally comes as what? It's a couch, a love seat, and a chair. Like you doing like one of those?
No, no, no. I just want to do like three couches, like all around, like a U,
Mm,
kind of diner esque, if you will.
gotcha.
I don't know. We'll see. I want to break up the room because it's so long, so like that would help like break up the room. I don't know, man. I don't even know what the place is gonna turn into. Once I get there, it'll evolve. Like that's gonna
You
be like one of the last things.
No, I got you. I got you.
Yeah, very cool. Um, Wanted to talk to you about. We were actually supposed to
Have
be
a guest.
have a guest. We were supposed to be at the Cove yesterday, but she canceled. Not last minute, but later on that night.
Pretty much last minute.
Yeah, but I gave her my number because I knew. I'm like, dude, you can never tell with people. So I'm like, I don't care if you cancel. I was like, as long as you let us know. Like that's all I care about because I don't want to be there and you just waiting on you and you not show up. I'm like, I don't mind if people cancel as long as they just let me know within a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah.
And so she did, and that was going to be a topic that it was so interesting. This girl, uh, she was in there, and I met her, and she broken up with or this guy that she was seeing. I don't even know what they were, and this is why I need David to help me figure this out. Help me investigate this love thing. She was
Excellent.
she was dating this guy for 2 months. Um, and she was like, yeah, we saw each other every day. So I mean that's kind of a lot, you
But
know. Yeah, a little bit. And so I'm like, okay, maybe you guys dated. You guys were not officially together, but he broke up with her. He took her out, broke up with her, and handed her a letter, a breakup letter, and he had her read it to him.
wait, what?
Yeah, instead of just like here, you know. And so she read it, and they broke up like right then and there. But he still had to take her home.
Wait. He told her he's breaking up with her. He hands her a letter, a breakup letter, and has her read it back to him while he's still there breaking up
Yeah,
with her.
yeah. From
That is fucking amazing. That is fucking amazing. Like the ball sack that guy has. Like I want to meet him and shake his hand.
no,
Like
like I'm like what a jerk. Like if you're
oh no, he's a jerk. But Respect.
I don't know if that's like if I'm gonna break up with a person and hand them a letter, it's like, all right, we're broken up.
Yeah.
As I'm dropping her off or
Oh,
whatever, here's a letter. All right, you know what I mean?
the fucking audacity, the fucking gall that he had to have her read him back the letter he
Yeah.
wrote. Break up with her.
Yeah, it was so fascinating. That's why I had to get her on, and I was gonna have you read it, and then we were just
I
gonna,
will read that letter.
yeah, we were just gonna decipher it. But let's get to the main topic, which is coming in to the bar after being broken up. Is that a smart thing?
Um, I mean, it happens. I mean, most people like the bar is one of two things. It's a place for fun or a place to deal with depression. Honestly, I mean, there's like countless number of reasons why people go to a bar, and those are the two main ones. Like when people are fucking sad, they want to drown their sorrows. When they're happy, they want to, you know, enjoy the head change. I don't know. I mean, so did you read this letter? Because I saw the letter there.
I didn't read it because I wanted you know the way I roll, David. I wanted everything to I wanted always to get the first impression, and we've talked about this how me and David sometimes don't talk even though we'll see each other because I don't want to lose that genuality. You know what I mean? That like so yeah. But I did hear little excerpts from it, and oh my god. One of the excerpts that I remember was he was like, I love yeah.
This letter.
One of the excerpts was like, I loved our moments of silence, and I was like decoding that meaning. I was like, she talked too much. You know what I mean? I'm like that must have meant that. You know what I mean? Like, you know.
No, okay, so here's the thing. I saw the letter. Like I was there, right, when you were talking to her, and I saw the letter in prep. That what they didn't break up prior to that, right?
No, it was like that day.
It was that day.
Yeah.
Okay, so then they weren't seeing each other every day because she had been to the bar several days in a row prior to you meeting her. I had
Oh,
seen
okay.
her at the bar before.
I never seen her till that day.
Well, because you're not there every day.
That's
I'm
true.
there like every
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
day, or I was, and she she had been there. So I didn't like I had seen her so much. I didn't assume that she had a man or was seeing anybody. So that's like I'm
Or maybe I don't know. I assumed she brought in the letter to talk to one of the bartenders about it.
yeah. See, so she had been coming to the bar for a while, and then she just happened to bring the letter. Like she's still like, why did she keep the letter?
That's what I told her. I was like, and
I
that's what I
wanna
wanted
know.
to know. Like, why are you doing this? Fucking burn that. You know what I mean? Like, let's get rid of it. You know?
So I'm like, fuck that. Like, why would you keep the letter? Like, I don't know. Maybe she wants she. It's like future. Like, if you write me a letter like this, I'm gonna kill you.
I
No,
mean,
no. I mean,
I
that
mean,
is. I mean, it was 2 months. They made it seem like they've been together for 2 years at this point.
well, I
There's
mean,
a
seeing each other
done.
every day for 2 months. That's a little excessive. You know what I mean?
I mean, when you start off, it's all that like the honeymoon stage and like, oh, I can't. I want to see you again. I want to see you again. Like, hey, I don't know. I mean, it's excessive. It is, but I just need to like. I want to talk to him too. Like we should ask her for his fucking number. Like,
Right.
hey, we want you to
Have them
show.
both on.
Yeah. Fucking we Skype the two like it's like fucking relationship drama. It'd be awesome. Fucking awesome. Because I literally want to know like why did you have her read it back to you? Were you looking for misspellings? Were you did you like is this
Well, first of all, I saw his penmanship, not that good. You know what I mean? His penmanship was a little off. The only thing that I could see was that he used good cardstock. You know what I mean? I was like, this is pretty good cardstock. So at least you didn't skimp on that. You know?
is it American Psycho much?
Yeah.
Bone. Oh.
Oh
I do
yeah,
want to talk to this guy. I do want to talk to.
yeah.
I want like why
They never.
one one who writes a letter like. Like you had to like, did you rewrite this? Like, did you feel like, oh no, I shouldn't include that? Like, it's not like an email where you can like,
Right.
no, like you literally had to write this out perfectly and say everything you wanted within the letter, and then stay there and have her read the letter back to you. Like that is some fucking serial killer shit.
I know.
That is killer shit.
I was telling her, I'm like, dude, you're lucky. You're lucky that you guys like are done. I'm like, that guy's kind of weird. Um, and also, what else?
Very much so. Like, yeah, you are better off.
Yeah, and that's what it came up to. You know what I mean? Like I was just there to be like, like that's, I was like, dude, you're better off without this guy. You don't need this guy. And I told her, I go, welcome to your first breakup. You know what I mean? I'm like, there's gonna be many more. You know what I mean? Like, not everything works out. And it's understanding that. What were you saying?
Do you know how old she is?
Yes, yes, she's 21. So they're both 21. Um,
Oh man, yeah.
yeah. So it's still kind of high school. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, she's got a lot more to learn.
Yeah.
I'm just fascinated. I'm fascinated.
I
And
know.
not her, not even her. I'm fascinated at this guy. Like, I really want to know the mindset of like, why would you have her read it back to you? Like, it's like you got off on her pain. Like,
Yeah.
haha. I don't know. It's weird.
Very weird indeed. So that's what we had in store. But I wanted to be like, why did you? Why last minute are you now canceling? Because you realize that you don't want to put yourself on blast, or I don't know.
I even asked you when you, because you at first you told me I need like I need to have her on the show. And I'm like, okay. And then when she canceled, she like, you told me because like she has an incredible story, and I'm like, okay, again, because we don't fucking you
Yeah.
don't tell me everything. And then when she canceled, you told me, dude, she has a letter from the guy that broke up with her, and was like, give me the letter.
I know.
Have her send you a screenshot of the letter. I need this letter. I want to read it.
I know. I know. I know. That was yeah, I was so disappointed. I was like, fuck. I was like, man, this is gonna be a good show. But maybe we'll get her on when she left for 2 weeks. So out of country. So maybe when she gets back I'll hit her up again. But she's like, oh, I listen to podcasts, and I was like, oh, great. You know what I mean? And I sent her the link to our show, so maybe she listens. But it's funny because somebody came in and they're like, oh my God, Albert, you were getting a number. I didn't want to like disturb you. I was like, I wasn't getting a number. I was like, I was getting another listener. I was like,
So we do.
yeah,
We got another listener too. The guy from Houston, right? The
yeah,
what was Chance or
yeah, champ or something.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, whatever your name was, champ, chance. Thanks for listening. Hopefully, you're listening right now. He's a truck driver, and so those guys listen to tons of podcasts.
Yeah, we met a couple guys that are like in town, like working and stuff, and he was a good guy. He has a great sense of humor because one of our regulars was like, for some strange reason, just going in on him, like just talking a
Yeah,
bunch of shit. And he tends to talk a lot of shit, and I was talking shit back to him because I'm like, dude, you're picking on somebody for no reason. You just met him, so I'm like, I'm gonna rip you apart because he didn't feel right doing it. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna fucking rip you apart right now.
everybody was ripping everybody. It was that I showed up to wish you happy birthday on your birthday, and everybody was just ripping each other, man. It was one of those good old rip sessions where I know outside looking in, Like it looks like we're all about to fight, but like nobody knows that like we all know each other and we're just sometimes you just got to give each other shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sometimes it's good for the soul just to fucking just clown on people. And like sometimes it's humbling to yourself. Like, oh man, fuck. All right, you got me there. It was a good one.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, it was an interesting night when it came down to it in regards to that part of it. It ended up being kind of slow night for a Friday, but it was entertaining. I my wife had sent me a gift of my favorite whiskey, the Whistle Pig.
Samurai.
No, 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 no. The Mauve. I do
Mauve. Yeah, that's right.
the Spirit of Mauve is my favorite. The Samurai is good, but the Spirit of Mauve is like my. It's an absolute must for me. Uh, yeah, and I got to enjoy that. So thank you to my wife and the bar for pouring it. It was delicious and worth everything. So yeah, I've had I haven't had like an over the top birthday, but it's been a good birthday. It was a good. I got to spend it with people I care about. I get to see the people I care about, so it was good. Uh, I'm excited for making dinner tonight. So
Yes, and what was on the menu? Did
on
you dispel that?
tonight is tomahawk steak, reverse
Ooh.
seared.
I might be there. I actually might show up.
Have I'm gonna be making some Joel Roche style potato. So that includes basically kind of putting the potatoes through a strainer to make them more fluffy and soft. And then I was going to do a saute of mushrooms and spinach.
Mm,
So yeah.
sounds good. How long is that going to take? Like 10 minutes?
Oh no, no, no. It is a process, sir. Because for the steak alone, to reverse sear, I have to cook it in the oven for about an hour at like between 275 and 290 as far as temperature. And then I have to use a meat thermometer to bring it to temperature. And then when it comes to temperature, which is about 130 degrees internal, I pull it out and then I sear it on a pan, 1 minute each side, and then I let it rest. Um, After that, I have the potato is going to take a while because I have to sift through it. I'm supposed to warm some milk. So after I've kind of like put the potatoes through a strainer, I have to I add warm milk, stir it, like incorporate it, and then I put cold butter.
Mm.
Yeah, and then season to taste. Um, After that, the spinach and mushrooms are easy. That's just easy. It's just pulling out all the liquid from that. So that's the easiest part. Everything else is time consuming.
Wow. What time are you going to start that?
Um, Currently I put the seasoning on the steak now and I vacuum sealed it, so it's sitting in the fridge, allowing itself to kind of incorporate the flavor. So
Marinate.
yeah, so that I'm probably gonna pull the steak out of the fridge at about 4:35, and then I let it rest for 30 minutes, and then I'll put in the oven. Like I said, it cooks like for an hour, um, and
So
then
so I should be over about 6:30 you're telling me.
6:30. Yeah, sure. Mamba. The potatoes may take a minute, but everything else is like, yeah. I can saute the mushrooms and the spinach pretty much while
Right.
uh the steak is resting because I tend to like to rest it for about 10 minutes. So yeah.
Yeah. And for more cooking tips, make sure to email us, drinkswordsby at gmail.com. Or if you have had a broken up letter sent to you or you wrote a letter, feel free to email us, talk to us about that, or slide in the DM. Any topic.
A drink for my birthday. We are on the Venmo at drink.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Buy David a drink. Venmo us. At Drinks Towards Buy is our Venmo handle. So
If you want to help in buying Albert a couch,
yeah,
Venmo that Drinks Towards
yeah. If you want to help me furniturize my place, Drinks Towards Buy.
furniture, or you have any pots and pans or anything that you don't need that a new homeowner could use.
Yeah, I am open to it all.
Yes.
So email us drinkswordsby@gmail.com. Send photos, and on the subject just put what it is, and I could be using one of your stuff. If you have plates, if you have plates, forks, I don't have any of that. Let us know. So yeah, all the accoutrement that comes with owning a home is very intriguing to me. Um, yeah, such niche stuff. Like, even I have one spoon, one fork. You know what I mean? And it's like everyone's like, "Well, what happens when people come over?" I'm like, "People are coming over." What?
Who invited them?
Yeah. So we'll see. I gotta load up on some stuff, but I'm excited for like when this was happening. My family was. I was telling my family, like, dude, like, you guys could actually finally come to my place for either Thanksgiving or for Christmas. Like, I could finally like host, you
Oh
know.
yeah.
And they were like, okay, cool. And then we all decided, they're like, we're not gonna do Thanksgiving. And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of too early for that. They're like, yeah, we'll do like Christmas Eve or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, I'm like, but wait, I'm like, we have to look at the schedule. We have to make sure there's not a football game happening during that time frame, because the the traffic is going to be bad. So we made sure, and then we just decided on a day.
Close uh to the stadium that traffic would be interfere with like your
Yeah,
living.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
because you have to go past the stadium. I'm 3 miles after the stadium, going on the 105. Like, I'm right by the airport. So if you guys are familiar with that area, you still have to travel past SoFi to get to me. So you're gonna get caught up in the traffic, either going there or leaving. Just if you're using the 105, all the freeways, you know what I mean. Me and you both did a game together, and but we went early. You know what I mean. We made it. We were early birds, but there's still people that like to show up late, and even leaving was such a bitch to get out. And
yeah, we stayed in that parking lot for a good almost an hour after the fact.
yeah, just to kind of let traffic subside, and traffic did not subside. So that leads us into sports.
Sports.
Yeah, anything going on in the world of sports?
Um, I mean, if we nitpick everything, I mean, NHL's over. Football hasn't started again.
But what's going on latest with your boy, your quarterback?
They
Uh, yeah, Baker Mayfield.
got traded to the Carolina Panthers
For who?
for a fifth round pick.
Wow, not even for a person, for a fifth round pick.
Yeah, conditional, and the Browns had to pay part of his salary for the year.
You know,
I mean, it was one of those like that. We just have to get rid of him. Let's go. I,
jeez.
I feel bad. He did help us win. We won a playoff game with him. So, but yeah, I'm not saying the Browns did the right. I'm not saying they did the wrong thing by getting Deshaun Watson. Obviously, he is an upgraded quarterback in regards to his talent, but the way they did it was kind of shitty. The way that it all played out was a shitty situation. It wasn't. It wasn't. I wouldn't say it was as professional as it could have been. But here we are. At the end of the day, I'm still gonna fucking support my team because after Deshaun Watson leaves or whatever, I'm still gonna like the team. So whoever's
Yeah.
quarterback after him, I'm still gonna like the team. So it's just like it's one of those like you just have to accept it and go with it.
But isn't Cam Newton the quarterback for the Carolina Panthers?
No, currently it's Sam Darnold.
What happened to Cam Newton?
Uh,
he retired, or this is something?
his career's pretty much shot. Like that. Like nobody's fucking. He's past his prime. Like he was good in a moment, but like the problem with Cam Newton was that he wasn't a pure quarterback. He was an athletic quarterback. So he was like that run first and make shit happen with his legs and then his arm. And as you get older, there's just so many things you can do with your legs, and defenses are. And you're in the NFL. Everybody runs a 4-4. Fucking linemen run 4-4s. So you're not getting away from people like you were before as you get older. And if you can't hit a fucking 15-yard in consistently, you're not a good quarterback anymore. You're not a quarterback. You're just an athlete. So I think that's where we've come to the point with him. He never learned to be a pure quarterback because he always got to be athletic, and his athleticism has kind of run its course as regards to he's like kind of like Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson right now is the athletic quarterback. He can make shit happen with his legs. He can, he's got a strong arm, but does he make all the reads right? I won't say yes. But eventually he's going to lose a step. And is he a drop back passer? Quarterbacks stay alive for being drop back passers because they can get the ball away. They know the read. So you, as a quarterback, as much as anything else, you have to evolve from what you know.
Yeah. Wow. So, do you think Baker Mayfield's going to start for Carolina?
I don't know. I can't say yes or no to that. I mean, I don't believe he'll start the season, but do I think he'll start somewhere throughout the season? Yes. I think Baker Mayfield. And what's funny is the Browns play the Carolina Panthers week 1.
So
But
he
I
has
don't
to
believe
start.
it.
He has to start.
Down to it. I think it's going to be Sam Darnold first. But I'm not a big fan of Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's already he already got traded. He's already been traded. He was like it was a first round draft choice. And he's already been traded to another team. I don't think Sam Darnold is all that great at quarterback either. And he's from USC.
Wow. Moving right along, Novak Djokovic. Hopefully I said his name right. He just won his 7th Wimbledon title. I know you're a big
No,
tennis fan, so
this man, I haven't. Did he beat Kriegos or Kyrgios?
yes, Nick Kyrgios. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Djokovic. That's Nadal pulled out. He was injured. He pulled out. I haven't followed Wimbledon this year much. But yes, I'm always a fan of a good match. They were showing. I had seen a clip a couple days ago of Pete Sampras versus Andre Agassi.
Ooh.
A very classic moment, like ooh, Agassi versus Sampras. It's like I haven't found a new tennis person that I need to watch play.
Right.
Like for me, Pete Sampras was like the man. Like I loved watching Pete Sampras play. So
I like to watch. Who's that guy that was dating? What's her name? That's on the TV. Uh, she was a celeb. She was a singer, and then she's like on that NBC show. This Is Us. Um,
oh.
Mandy Moore.
Mandy Moore.
Yes,
Moore.
she was dating this one guy.
Like that? Was it Roderick?
Yes.
Yeah.
I liked watching him because I was like, oh my god, that's what Mandy Moore thinks is hot. I need to be Andy Roderick.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you got close.
I did actually. I did because I used to work at UCLA and do the tennis tournaments that were there. So yeah. So I was there all the time. That's how I got to like kind of know a little bit more about tennis and stuff like that. It was kind of cool.
Well, I mean, Andy Roderick is now since retired. he doesn't play the circuit anymore. I think he does like the retired people tour. Like he plays other retired guys for like entertainment.
Charity and stuff like that.
But yeah, he never really won. He never really was a mainstay in tennis. Like he was there, but he wasn't somebody who you were worried was going to win every time. Like there's always the few. So I mean, even now, tennis is becoming the people who are the stars like Nadal and Rafael Federer or
Yeah.
even Djokovic. They're getting older, so now it's going to be a new stream of players that are going to fucking come in like, oh, he's the new king of tennis. So yeah, it's progression. What else is going on? Women's soccer. Women are qualifying for the World Cup. They're playing that.
Have you been following this Brittany
Rain.
Grenier's
Yeah,
story?
I follow it to a point. There's just so much news that's on it. Like it's sad. I mean, so she was in Russia prior to the attack on the Ukraine, and she's American, and you're in Russia during wartime, and
Yeah.
she had hashish oil on her.
Yeah.
So, I mean, stupid move. You shouldn't be carrying shit that's illegal in other countries, just thinking because you are who you are. Um,
But
it
this
is a sad situation that
yeah.
they haven't released her. She just pled guilty to having an illegal substance. So I believe she pled guilty as a situation where the U.S. and don't quote me. This
Right.
is just kind of what I heard that because she's guilty and a prisoner, that the U.S. and Russia can do a prisoner exchange.
Mm.
So they would basically get her for somebody that we have that's Russian. Yeah, weird. It's off the wall, dude. I mean, it's crazy the situation because everything has to be kid gloves because currently they're at war. They're
Yeah.
still fucking invading Ukraine, which has been going on for months now, right?
Yeah, since I want to say April.
Yeah, and Russia, as big a country, can't take the Ukraine because Russia can't go all out because they know that if they go all out, then other countries are going to jump in.
Yeah. Not only that, but we've been supplying them with tons of weapons. I followed this this sub this thing, and it shows war footage. You know, not that I'm like a like war a file. You know what I mean? But I'm always curious to see the latest in combat techniques, and so it shows a lot of the drone footage and a lot of like the howitzers and the targeting stuff, and I'm absolutely fascinated by all that stuff. And so to see them, like kill people and like see like the missiles launch and all the attacks. There was one attack that I saw was really sad. Russia launched it, and there was a bunch of security footage all around this little park, and it shows just when the rocket hits, and it shows all the recoil, all the the blast, and
Yeah,
dude, there was a guy walking, he gets fucking flown into like a pond. It is insane.
holy shit.
Yeah, man. I'm just like, oh my god, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm fascinated by that stuff. So, yeah, and there's right now, it's weird and it's maybe morbid to say this, but I love the time that we live in because now we can actually see what war is. Like those that go to war know what war is, but when you're like, I go to a field hospital, so I saw the consequences of war. I didn't see war. But now I could see the actual like footage of like the people dying, like people getting shot, bombs blowing up, missiles getting launched. It- and I'm like, oh my god, is there any more?
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
a there we go. Okay.
Yeah, and now they're releasing some like footage from like Fallujah, and I'm seeing some crazy shit from there too. But now it's more prominent, because of like drones and video surveillances, and cameras are more accessible
Yeah.
to see all that stuff. But absolutely fascinating what's going on, the era that we live in, which makes me really consider what's going to happen in our next war. I hope there's no war, but with all this footage being shown, it's weird to see like the Ukrainians and Russia, because like it's like, oh, not that we don't have any skin in the game, we do, but it's not our people there. Uh,
Yeah.
but to see the next evolution of like, okay, now we can see our people there and we can actually see them in combat. That's gonna really put some major influence, I think, on the next things that happen
Yeah.
with us. Not sure if you heard about this or not, but the Dallas Cowboys are facing tons of criticism because, like, right after that school shooting that happened, and a few other shootings that happened on 4th of July, the next day they announced a partnership with, I don't know if you know about this company or not, but I think it's called like the Black Rifle Coffee Company.
I don't.
Yeah,
I'm familiar with it. I may have heard of it once before, but no, not enough to be part of, like, to say yes, I know. So they partner with a coffee company, but it's called Black Rifle. It's like a
yeah. And so they're facing a lot of criticism for that, which like like anything that happens with guns, I think the next couple of weeks you just be like, okay, look, we'll be secretive partners, but we won't like officially announce it till after like the coast. That's where I would have went with that, but what do I know?
there's that whole, like, read the room situation, like maybe not right now. Like, I'm sorry. I don't know. I mean, at this point, school shootings are like, fuck. We can't even say school shootings because school's off. People are
Yeah,
off for the summer. It's just like now it's mass shootings.
it's off season. Now
Okay.
it's just mass. That's just mass shootings. Okay.
Yeah. Now we're back to mass shootings. We're not shootings. It's off season. We're just a mass shooting. Well, even like the guy from in Illinois who fucking fired who shot people during a parade on 4th of July. Like, this is American independence.
Yeah.
And uh from what I hear, Fox News is kind of like, oh, he was on weed, so he. I'm like, if you're blaming weed for a mass shooting, you're really reaching.
Yeah.
So there's nothing about weed that says I need to go kill a bunch of people. That dude was already fucked up. And my thing is, like, he was a white guy, so of course he got taken into custody. He didn't get
Yeah.
shot, um, and he's gonna be the victim. He's like, oh, it's mental health. Okay, but the Republicans have fought mental health money. Like, there's no money going into mental health. Like, you don't want to do anything about the guns. And again, I'm not a non-gun advocate. I'm all for guns. Hey, it's a right. It's a
Yeah.
legal right. Again, do I believe you need 74 guns? Maybe not.
Right.
Do I do I think that everybody should go through a mental screening to get a gun? Yes. Uh,
Do I think bullets should be priced $500 each? Sure. you
you
know.
know, like, this is fucking expensive to kill.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things to do to fix the situation. I'm not gonna get on my high horse here. Um, but yeah, it was probably not a very tactful move for Dallas to join the Black Rifle Coffee Company at this point in time.
Yeah.
So
Not
yeah.
not smart move. A weird, strange move. And I don't know if you've heard about this or not, but the World Cup is going to happen in Qatar, correct?
Yes, I'm very, as a soccer fan, yes, I'm very aware. There's actually a soccer match at the Rose Bowl on the 30th that I'm interested in going to.
Well, I'll have you know that Qatar will have all their stadiums be free from alcohol.
What?
Yeah, at the World Cup.
They already stopped any sex. Like, you can't have sex uh, in Qatar during the World Cup.
Why not? I mean, what? What?
Soccer players, like if you can't have unwed sex in Qatar, like you can't fucking one night stand, you can't anything, or it's punishable by fucking prison.
Well, I mean, that's strange because, like, how do you know that I'm not going to marry this girl? You know what I mean? Like, are the women that loose in Qatar? I mean,
I, well, look, the fact that they're not serving alcohol is like already like, dude, how are you not going to serve alcohol during the World Cup? Like, this was the whole fucking the problem with them getting the World Cup in the first place. So, like, you have these countries who have very strict rules during a time of joy and play. Like you're saying that people are having to spend thousands upon thousands of dollars just to fly in to Qatar and get a hotel room,
yeah,
and they can't have sex or alcohol. Okay, like I'm gonna watch it from home.
yeah. I'll save the money.
Yeah, it's like it's one. The World Cup should be going on right now, but it's too hot there, so they had to do it in the winter, so it's not hot. And yeah, this everything about this fucking World Cup is just kind of throwing me off. Like I'll watch, but I'm not a fan of this World Cup.
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna be super interesting to see what happens, especially since the World Cup is coming to Inglewood. So I'll be
So
there.
2026, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Man, 4 years in Inglewood. What will my life be?
Okay.
That'll be interesting.
Then the
Um,
2028,
oh, what's the 2028? Oh, the Olympics.
the Olympics are in LA.
They're in Inglewood, so yeah,
I'm assuming that the Forum slash SoFi Stadium will be used for sports. I don't know the specifics of everything, but surrounding areas because you're also Inglewood's also getting the new
Microsoft
Fitness Center,
Theater.
right?
Yeah, the Kia.
Yeah.
I applied. I
So,
applied at a job there for a job there.
okay.
So we'll see. I'm like, right now I'm applying everywhere. I'm like, I might as well cash in on everything, all the new stuff, and see what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything else happening in sports?
Not that I know of. I mean, outside of the Nets looking to trade Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, uh, there's really not much in sports that's like I said. You love this time of year. For the rest of us, it's like just the shit show in sports. It's like, oh, all we have is baseball.
Yeah,
Great.
like at baseball, baby. All-Star game right around the corner. Can't wait.
It's at Dodger Stadium.
Dodger Stadium. Very excited. Very looking forward to that. I have yet to go to a game this year, and the way it looks is I doubt I'm gonna make it this year to a game. Because when I go, it's usually spare no expense, very Jurassic Park, and but this year I gotta, this is not the year for that. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it to a game, but we'll see. If I was gonna make it to a game, it would not be the All-Star game. you know, I just want to see my team,
Yeah, no.
but I would like to go to the home run derby. That's really cool. That's always fun.
Even those are expensive seats.
Yeah,
Sorry.
of course, because you're guaranteed a free ball. You know what I mean? It's like free balls
The most
for
part, I mean, it's depending where you're sitting. Yeah.
yeah. So that's going on. Last call. Last call for topics. Any topic that you wanted to discuss?
Uh, no, I mean, I'm gonna be busy. I'll be out of town for quite a bit coming up. So just traveling. It's like I'm out for like 17 days basically. So it's very difficult to try to pack or like get a lot of stuff ready for 17 days worth of being out. Like I have to pack for a certain thing and then repack right away. Like I'm doing a show, and the same day that I close the show, I have to head down further out of town to go check into a hotel for another show. So it's like the turnaround is fucking crazy for me.
You don't
Like
have
I'm gonna be really busy the next couple weeks.
you don't
So
you
I'm taking like yesterday, my birthday, and today to kind of relax and just get myself in a position to be able to relax. Like, because I won't have an opportunity. Like, I'll be busy working, and having to get my mental capacity because I'm working Comic Con, and that's a very busy show. Like, I'm in San Diego for like 10 days. It's fucking crazy.
you don't have like two luggages, like one for okay, this is for this event, this is for that event.
No, but I have. I mean, when you saying like multiple suitcases, nobody has
Yeah,
multiple suitcases. Like, yeah,
I, I have tons of
like
suitcases, but I use them all for different
it's a
things.
fucking 10 pairs of underwear and socks, and make sure that like okay, I have to pack 12 pairs of underwear and socks to just as
17, one a day, you know?
well. I mean,
What happens if you shit yourself? You know what I mean? You got to have multiple.
underwear.
What happened?
A lot of people don't have fucking 17 pairs of underwear.
I have a whole box of underwear that I'm moving that I'm
I
like,
think
I, yeah, that I'm like, I have too much underwear. Way too much.
you don't assume that you need like that much, but yeah, like dude, so you mentioned earlier like I look like I haven't slept, and mind you, I slept quite like I kept falling back asleep. I kept going back asleep today. Thursday, I had to wake up really early. Like I had like maybe 3 hours of sleep, if that, before I had to be up and go do something important. I'll leave off the fucking table. The following day, Friday, I had to wake up early again because I had to do all my laundry. Like when I say everything, I washed like everything that I possibly washed. It was crazy. There was so much fucking shit that I washed. Uh, just in preparation for this next 2 weeks. So yeah.
Okay.
So
Oh, I got some topics that I wrote down. Uh, Birthday gifts to yourself. Since we're on the birthday, birthday gifts to yourself are always the most luxurious gift. They're always like, you know what, I deserve this.
I'm
I'm
gonna treat
getting it.
myself.
Yeah, yeah. So I was wondering, what did you treat yourself to?
Well, here's the thing: is I was going to treat myself to the Whistle Pig Boss Hog, but my lovely, lovely wife actually purchased a
Right.
pour of the Boss Hog for me behind my back.
How dare
So,
she?
uh, so she actually got a hold of Greg and like paid like Zelled Greg, and they poured me a drink at the bar. So as opposed to me buying it and for myself, she bought it for me. So I actually have not so much treated myself on this one because somebody else did it. But yeah, I was going to purchase a Boss Hog as a little treat to myself because obviously it's not a inexpensive pour.
Right, right. Usually for my birthday, I'll get like a Dodger sweatshirt, or I don't know. It's like around that time, and like there's always sales, and I'm like, oh man, it's either a Dodger or a Charger thing. I'm like, oh okay, and that's why I have boxes filled with Dodger Charger shit. Cause like, it's my birthday, I need to wear this. Okay, you know.
I don't
So
have I don't have enough.
yeah, I don't, and now looking at my boxes, I have way more, which is a good thing because now I'm like, okay, I need to hold off on all this stuff until I can get my feet back on the ground. Um, Maybe last topic, we'll see, but don't fall in love with the bartender. I wrote that down. I don't know why. I saw you on Friday. And I was drinking, so I was very observational. When I drink, I'm very observational. So I wrote that. I don't know if that's a good observation or not, But I will say this: from all the bartenders that I know, I want to say a good 93% are pretty much taken. There's like I'm thinking about all my bartender friends that I know. I know I don't know if you consider Curtis a bartender, but I know I think he's single.
Yes.
And there's only one other person at the bar that's single there. Everybody else is pretty much,
I don't think so. I think Curtis is the only one.
well, there's Andrea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, but I mean that's pretty much it. But for the most part, I know a lot of bartenders, and for the most part they're all kind of taken. Which isn't, I'm not saying don't fall in love with a bartender, but like, dude, like, if you got to think about it. The bartender is probably one of those jobs that you know easily somebody could fall in love with. You know what I mean? Because they're being charismatic, and you're drinking, so you think they're even more charismatic. So you kind of have that going on for you, which is hilarious because me, none of those things apply, which is hilarious because like none of that stuff happens to me because I have the weirdest job of being a bartender at a family base where everyone's already taken. So, you know what I mean? I don't have that that luxury of like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I have single clients. All my clients are pretty much taken.
Yeah.
But what's your thought process on that?
I mean, it's. I don't know if it's so much a thing of falling in love, and maybe it's just like that, like you feel a closeness to somebody because you're. It depends on how much you're there. Like, you mean, are you there on a consistent basis where you see this person 3, 4 times a week, or is it just because of the alcohol? Is it because they lent you an ear so you could vent and you feel like I don't know. I don't I wouldn't fall in love with a bartender, but I can get where you can fall infatuation for a bartender. But that's anything. Like, I think it's any role where people can see you and people can talk to you, and like, because we're there to make you feel better. And maybe that's the, like I said, that's the infatuation. It's like, oh, this person makes me feel better, not just because of alcohol, because they talk to me like a human being, and like they listen to my problems and stuff like that. And um, maybe that's more of the situation than it is like, oh, I'm in love with the bartender, you know.
Yeah,
So, I mean, to each their own.
yeah, very much so.
You fall
Uh,
in love with the security guard.
I know your wife.
Yeah.
People do. Oh man, any more topics?
No. I mean, I'm good. I mean, the show was based around that letter. Like, I really want to read that letter. Like, and like so bad.
I know, I know.
I need this. I need this in my life. I want to read. I just want to see what was said because I need to know how, like, why he wanted read back to him. Like, that's the fucking part I want. Like, it's like, hey, can you get a hold of him and can he be on the show too?
Yeah,
I would
a
love that.
surprise. He's on the show. Yeah, that'd be pretty fun.
Little do you know that we brought him on,
Yeah.
Jerry. Jerry.
Jerry, right? Oh yeah. So even though we're not there, we always got to give a shout out to the Cove.
Yes.
Guys, make sure to go check them out, covecocktailbar.com, or physically check them out. I guess is what we're trying to get at, because
Go to the bar. Spend
yeah,
money there.
they have the best whiskey selection in town, and I've said this too. Their gin selection not that bad. So if you're a gin person like myself, I'll tell you what, it's a good selection. So go check them out. There was just a write up about them. I don't know if
It
you
was.
read that or not. It's like a good 20-30 minute read about the history of the bar and just how the bar came to, and really cool, very cool. And
It's a very whiskey aficionado like what's the word I'm looking for? Not a magazine, but like a
blog.
blog article. Yeah, and, they do a lot of that, and it was a really nice write up, and uh, it was a great thing. And Greg had mentioned that he's getting a lot of people hitting him up, going, "Oh, I saw the write up," like just randomly because they follow the person who does it. So it was really good. It's good, really good exposure for the bar.
Yeah,
So
and they even said it's the best bar in the San Gabriel Valley.
yeah,
So yeah, very
pretty good.
cool. So go check them out, guys, and let them know that you heard it here first on Drinks to Words By, and you will receive absolutely nothing. But but they'll be at least like, oh, you listen to the show. All right, cool. Again, if you're just tuning in or you forgot, we're taking next week off. Again, because I am moving and I got to get my utility situation happening, and yeah, we'll go from there. But we just took a couple weeks off. Then we did 2 shows, and now we're taking. I feel bad, guys, but sometimes life gets in the way.
Life happens, guys. Sorry, life happens.
Yeah. It was not my intent, I assure you. During that time off, I was supposed to move, but just things happened. So just bear with us, and thanks for listening, and thanks for being a part of the show. Of
Yes.
course, football season is literally just around the corner, and me and David are still kind of, I guess, in discussions of what we're going to do with the show. Um,
Well,
and
I'm going virtual anyway because you're not going to be around to do the show at the bar. Like it's going to be a far and few between where we do it at the bar
yeah,
again. Uh, so yeah, it's going to be a. Well, if you have any ideas what we should do,
yeah, let us know because we're
yeah. If you want to be a guest, chime in. Um, I don't know. I'm seeing it more situation where we'll be doing this more virtual. So
yeah, me too. Unfortunately, but what can I do, guys? Like, what can I do? Like,
I know it's we're not trying to break up the band, but the band's gonna be long distance relationship.
yeah, pretty much, pretty much. Lastly, me and David on Friday, I drove him home. We had a very heart to heart, quick talk. And it was interesting. David was just talking to me and just asking me some questions, and it was funny because you're not the first person to ask me if I'm scared or if I like, or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because moving far away from everything, and like I never look at it as a fear thing or anything. It's just like, okay, this is just the next thing that's gonna happen. You know what I mean? And kind of the next evolution of my life. And again, I wasn't looking for this; it just kind of happened. And if anything, I'm more excited than anything because it's like, okay, like I know I can do it. You know what I mean? I know I could make it work. It's just, I know the first month or two is just going to be, just like anything. Whenever you're learning something new, whenever you're doing something new, it's going to take a while for you to start jumping. You know what I mean? And getting that jump rope tight. So I'm looking forward to that process and that evolution process that is that. So, yeah. So very cool. I have been telling some people. I've been slowly breaking the news to people that I am leaving. It's not like I've been like officially announced it. I've just been telling people privately, and of course, the people that listen to the show know this. But it's been a little sad. It's not like a breakup letter or anything, but it is sad to like tell people, I am leaving, like, you know what I mean? But everybody's been pretty happy for me leaving because they know that owning a place is kind of a big deal, and they understand that, I can't be at the bar anymore, like I got to be more responsible. So
yeah,
it's been a good situation to let everybody know, and everybody's been positive, and it's been a little sad, but it is what it is. So just wanted to get that out there. Lastly, guys, anything that we talked about, completely we're open to it. Feel free to email us, drinkstowordsby at gmail. Slide in the DM at drinkstowordsby on the Instagram, which, I have tons of clips that I've been slowly doing, and I'm trying to, get all that done and stuff like that, and
yeah.
posted. So I think once I get back and out of the escrow and into my new place, I think you're going to be seeing a little bit more content on that. Just because I've just been so busy with everything, and not only that, I'm saving time. Like I'm no longer home like at 6 or 7 o'clock. I'm actually going to be home at a normal time that I can actually like, do stuff and post stuff and not be tired and stuff. So this is a win for everyone, essentially.
Well, that's like I said, I'm happy for you. It's going to be a learning curve for all of us, like not being able to like be around Albert more, and but everybody's happy for you. If you now that we're going to be more virtual, now if you feel like you want to be on the show because you don't have to be at the bar, by all means, you know, come on, come on, let us know. We'll be glad to have you on the show. Uh, Always need more perspective on for our conversations, but final cheers.
Final cheers. What are we cheersing to now, David?
I am cheersing to you for your evolution, to the man I to the friend that I met at the bar who's become uh, a family member to me. I'm very happy for you, man. I am sad for me. I'm sad for me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sad for me because one, I enjoy our conversations. I enjoy doing the show with you live and in person. Uh, but I'm more happy for you than I am sad for me because I know this is something that benefits you. I know it's something that helps you. It's a great step for you, and I'm super happy for you, man.
Thank you. Thank you. Cheers to that. My cheers is going to be to I don't even know, man. I mean, what can you say from that? Just to everyone, and everybody being supportive in our lives. Just to everybody that supports people.
Yeah.
We need that. We need that now more than ever, and when the chips are down, we need people to pick us up. So, thanks to everybody and for being supportive. Um,
Again, if you have any extra utensils, pots, pens, furniture, let us know.
yeah, definitely let us know. DM us. Um, could totally use it all. Could totally use it all. So that's it. That's gonna wrap it up for this edition of Drinks to Words by David. Kick him out.
You ain't got to go home, but you got to get off of Spike or Skype.
And off the spike, apparently.
Spike it, Spike it. Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Peace.
We are out of here later.
Bye.